nobody in PDP can actually take him out of PDP. Does it make sense? Because looking at his body language, looking at how he's acting, you would actually think that he's an APC member, but he is there in PDP, and yet making this utterance that nobody in PDP can actually take him out. What do you have to say about that, and how true is that statement?
Well, whether the statement is true or not, it's not depend on what I will say about it. That those that he insulted should feel ashamed of themselves. In fact, he has thrown a challenge on them. So the PDP leaders are the ones that are going to face this challenge. So whether they have the balls to take him out. If they don't have the balls to take him out, it means that what he said is valid. Yes. So if I were Damagum, I will either expel Wike or lick Wike's foot. If they don't do the right thing they should do, it means that Wike is bigger than them. So that case is sealed. But what I know is that nobody is indispensable. I don't know what PDP is afraid of. Somebody's leg, one leg is in APC, the other one is in PDP. Even the one that is in PDP is let me say just a finger that is in PDP. Wike is completely an APC person. Somebody that is in PDP working for APC, and you are saying that you are going to support President Tinubu in 2027, which means even if PDP give you all the maximum respect that you are looking for, because I see Wike as somebody that is egocentric, is somebody that wants everything to be him. That if Wike now is the major asset of PDP, and they solely dependent on him, and the diocese to his whips and car prices, at the end of the day, and Wike now go on and support Tinubu in 2027. So what is the need of giving him so much respect? If somebody has made mention of that, you will know that this person, beautiful soul and body, is no longer in PDP. So PDP, Ambassador Ilyas Damagum, the PDP acting chairman, should do the needful with the other PDP stakeholders. Let me remind you, Wike is not the first person that will move from opposition party and serve in ruling party. But what I see that Wike lacks is that Wike lacks decorum. And the precedent Wike is laid is a bad precedence. No youth should emulate the kind of policy that Wike is playing, no matter how truthful he's playing it, but he's not even being truthful. He said in 2023 that the power should come to the South, and they justify, people can justify it, but once you're a party man, you're a party man. If you want to leave the party, leave the party honorably. Leave the party, enter APC, campaign for Tinubu, but staying in PDP and campaigning for somebody in APC, doing anti-party, is not something that any person, any politician or any youth should emulate at all. And this is a man that thinks that he has the monopoly of knowledge and monopoly of political correctness. If I am to rate, I will rate Wike and Atiku as the most dumb politicians that I have ever seen in Nigeria. And I have my reasons. Wike have all it takes to put PDP in a very right and strategical pedestal to win election. After 2015 election, actually PDP was now looking for somebody that will revive it, to make it strong. And Wike came to the occasion. Wike tried his best, tried to organize PDP, but his political decision is always faulty. He don't have it right when he's calculating who will lead the party, or that something is wrong with Wike's either choice or the way he controls those that are ruling PDP, because there's no way you can control an adult. Wike brought in Sheriff, Wike and Fayoche, they brought in Sheriff and make Sheriff their chairman. When he now saw that Sheriff want to organize a national convention, and in that national convention, Sheriff want to make himself the substantive chairman of PDP, in order for him, that Sheriff, to flag the flag of PDP in 2019. When they saw all those ones, they now begin to find a way to remove Sheriff. Sheriff did his own damage, but at the end of the day, through court and every other things, they removed Sheriff. Now they put in McCarthy, former governor of Kaduna State. McCarthy helped them to organize the party and organize the national convention. It was agreed that the chairman of the party should come from Southwest, a Yoruba man. But Wike renegade on that agreement. And those people he made that agreement with still stay with him. Because he is always talking about the betrayer, they betray him. The initial arrangement was to bring somebody from Southwest. But at the end of the day, Wike decided to choose his own case man, Uche Secondus, from River State. He made Uche Secondus the chairman of PDP. Towards the tail end of Uche Secondus' tenure, Wike find something, one thing or the other, they suspend Uche Secondus, make sure that Uche Secondus did not return. Probably Uche Secondus have somebody in mind to succeed Wike in River State. But Wike was not comfortable with that. He removed Uche Secondus. They organized national convention. He brought Ayu. He brought Ayu and made Ayu their national chairman. Now, having made Ayu the national chairman, Wike, let me tell you, Wike was a influential person in PDP. They formed a zoning committee. Do you know those that zoning committee? Majority of them, they are Wike friends. Ortom, the former governor of Benue State, share that zoning committee. Of which that if Wike knew that he want to be the president, he want to contest, and he wants power to shift to the south, Wike should have influenced that committee to zone the presidency to the south. But Wike allowed them to do the whole thing so that it will be open for anybody to contest. Thinking that if he emerges, he will cajole those Atikus them to support him. You know, Kone man die, Kone man bury him. But Atiku and co, they have been into politics. They also do what they do. At the National Convention, Atiku emerged the presidential aspirant, the flag bearer of PDP in 2023. Prior to that election, Wike vowed that anybody that wins that primary, that is going to support that person. If Wike is a man of integrity, as he claimed when he was given opportunity to speak in that convention, Wike should have said that anybody that emerges from the south, I will support that person. But anybody that emerges from north, no. Or if anybody emerges, that the chairman will resign. Although that was their initial agreement, that if the candidates come from the north, that the chairman of the party, Ayu, should resign. But I hold a man by his words. Nobody put anything on his head and force him to make that promise. So when you don't fulfill that promise, when you say that anybody that wins in that convention, that you are going to support that person, at the end of the day, Atiku emerges. You begin to bring power to come to the south. After 8 years of Buhari and all those ones, you bring all those ones. From that time to today, PDP have not even have rest. Wike is buying PDP every day. PDP is going down. You are in PDP. You're a PDP governor with the camp to APC. You will congratulate that person. So what are you showing? What commitment are you showing to the party that actually you love this party? Wike is the minister of FCT. Wike knew that PDP is owing a grand rent in their secretariat, 7-point-something million naira, of which Wike can pay and ask the party to reimburse him. But Wike went ahead and sealed the office, the headquarters of PDP in Abuja. So for me, Wike saying nobody can remove him, it depends on the leadership. This Ilyasu Damagum, the PDP acting chairman, was dancing to Wike pipes. Wike was using him to make sure that put everything in block so that they will not remove him. But today now, he's no longer dancing to Wike tunes. He has now become a bad person. So to tell you that, for me, Wike is the one that lacks integrity. If you have any word integrity, Wike does not near anything integrity at all. You are a minister in Abuja, more of like a governor in Abuja. Wike did not allow an elected governor of his state, Sim Fubara, to rest. They declared a state of emergency. He said, no, what you wanted is an outright removal. Outright removal of the governor. Imagine. If you watch all his ranting, he's the only man. Wike is the only man that is always right and righteous.
Wike also went ahead to say that Amaechi, his godfather, is not just hungry for food, but hungry for power. What do you have to say about that?
Wike calling Wike does not even agree that Amaechi is a godfather, because as it stands now, Wike made everybody and nobody made Wike. Wike and his wife served in Peter Odili's wife's chamber. In fact, Peter Odili is instrumental for Wike rising. Even that Wike get to where he is today is by God's grace and Peter Odili. So if you look at Amaechi and Wike, they no be mates. You know, when Amaechi was responding to Wike, Amaechi said something that he don't want to engage in children talk. And some people were saying it's insulting Wike. No, Amaechi did not insult Wike. To me, that is not an insult. Wike talks like a child. Amaechi talked maturely. And after listening to that interview, I begin to search to see where I can see where Amaechi insults, lay insult to Odili's family or talk bad, evil against them. I couldn't find it. And Amaechi went ahead to mention some vital achievement that he made when he was a governor in Rivers State, and said you can go and fast check all those things. How he built modern schools, flyovers, without even calling people to come and commission it and making noise about it. He said many things, and all those things he said, they are verifiable. But he said he pays him more that whenever he goes to Rivers State, he don't even see all those things. All those things were left by Wike unattended to. Wike and Fubara, where they were having their issues, we learned that some of Amaechi legacies that Wike abandoned, that Fubara want to revive them, that is part of their problem. Even there's a farm, Amaechi's investment in agriculture, that Fubara want to revive all those things that were abandoned. Wike was not happy about it. Amaechi remained Wike boss, because Amaechi made it clear that he was the one that employed Wike. Somebody, Wike wanted to be the commissioner of finance. Imagine Wike, somebody that read law. Wike have not managed any company, has not managed any company successfully, and Wike want to become a commissioner of finance. That's to tell you the kind of man he is. What qualification does he have? Because Amaechi has proof. Amaechi called the person that brought Wike, that said Wike want to be the commissioner of finance. Amaechi said no. I want to put him where I will supervise him. He made him his chief of staff. So it is on record that Wike have staffed Amaechi. No matter how Wike brag about it, no matter how big Wike thinks he is, Wike is an employee of Amaechi. Even those people that even made him who he is today, he has insulted all of them. Not even one. Wike does not have character. Let me just say it. Wike does not have character. It does not have respect. It does not have integrity. Wike insults everybody. Wike insulted Jonathan and his wife, knowing fully well that Jonathan's wife took Wike and handed Wike over to Odili and said, Odili, I hand Wike over to you today. Make him governor. Wike does not have respect for Odili, does not have respect to Goodluck Jonathan, and Wike vowed that any day that he made Odili's family to cry, let him not have peace. So Wike should go and pray and think and pray that Odili family don't cry any day because of him. Because if they cry, it means that he will not have peace. Wike abused Edwin Clark, a man that is 90-something years old. Wike abused him. Wike abused Olabode George, called him all sorts of names. Aspired politician does not have influence. In fact, he doesn't have respect for anybody. So Asiwaju should also be careful, because tomorrow if they fall apart, who knows what he will say? And what he will say about Tinubu will be terrible, because Tinubu have something that you can use to talk about him in negative way, in quantum. What I'm seeing is that after 2027, Tinubu will dump Wike, because by that time it might not be useful to him anymore. Why is still pampering Wike is because Wike have influence over the judges. He have enormous influence on judiciary. Any case that Wike took to court, he normally wins. The problem they are having in Rivers State emergency rule is that judiciary is seeing it that if they should go ahead and approve that state of emergency, it will bring an irreparable damage to judiciary, to the image of judiciary and legal system in Nigeria. So what the Supreme Court is doing, they are delaying it. This is a case that came to them direct. It doesn't have any appeal. Why is Supreme Court delaying of passing judgment on that case of state of emergency filed by PDP governors in Supreme Court? It's because the Supreme Court knew that if they should go in favor of Wike, it is what they are damaging legal system and the judiciary. And if they go in favor of Fubara, it means that they don't form Wike hand. So that is why Wike is now telling PDP governors that he want to pull out of the arrangement to make peace with them. Because the condition Wike gave them is that they should withdraw the case they filed against state of emergency in Supreme Court. And if they withdraw it, that time they will see Chege. So these people now, PDP acted right. When they now see this man, saw his antecedent, saw the way he maneuvered people, they say no. They agree. But when they see what this man has been doing with Fubara, they decided not to withdraw it. Because why Fubara lost that case was that because when Aswaju made peace with them and said they should go and withdraw the case, Fubara pulled out of the case, withdraw from the case, while Wike camp continue with the case. So who is fooling who? So Wike cannot fool all those people. So Wike, it doesn't have, when you mentioning character, integrity, respect, Wike does not near it.